because I could just edit the beginning part. So. Are you guys ready to go?
Yo, we live.
Should I do a little entrance?
Yeah, that would be great for the audio.
There you go. Well, it'll be cool on YouTube, so it's good.
That's what's up.
Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 171 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, a.k.a. DJ Buttersauce, a.k.a. Ty Lante, a.k.a. your mom called me over to watch Jeopardy. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. What's good?
Yo, that's me. Yes, put that down. It's the kid JB. Could have been right last week, not because, I'm always right, but I do have a moniker as Mr. Told You So, because when I am right, I have to bring you over and let you know, yes, that was me that told you so. But I'm living good. I'm Uncle Jesse. Always, every day we got a new picture of Emmy, a new Polo G song, you know what I'm saying? Because she's the chosen one.
I did see that. I
did
peep that. It
you know what I'm
fits
saying?
very well.
She's going for the Hall of Fame, just like his last album.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Every time I see Emmy, I just think of Polo G. It's a nice fit.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of books about the psyche, so I got you thinking, just wait for the collab, bro. But yes, other than that, I am Puff Armstrong, as, you know what I'm saying? We lift legally and we lift physically. So beyond that,
there you go.
I'm happy to be here because this platform is my outlet to speak to the universe, to calm my nerves, to ease the anxiety. I also have a sponsor for that, and we got a little surprise for that as well. But yeah, I'm feeling good because we're here at the Bucket Up Podcast, Volume 171. More importantly, I'm with my guy, DJ Buttersauce. How you doing, son?
I am doing great. I'm doing really good because we have a guest this week.
We do have a guest, and it's nice because it's been a long while since we've had a guest, you know what I'm saying? And it's a little special because it's in our backyard, digitally speaking. And let's, bring her on as, you know what I'm saying? We're super excited because every week, what do, Ty? We drop a sponsor, right? We say, yo, we got a sponsor. Shouts to the sponsor, Sunday Scaries, you know what I'm saying? Ease your anxieties. Jesse does it with his driving, with his living, with his social, you know what I'm saying? And they be communicating to our account manager, who be, drum roll, bring her on. Her name is Hailey, not coming from Sunday Scaries. Welcome to the pod, bro.
Thank you for having me. I'm stoked. This is only the second podcast I've been on. The first one didn't air, so technically.
Oh wow!
Damn! Did you get in a fight with the cult? You got in a fight with the host?
What happened on that pod?
She said the N-word.
Oh no!
No, I didn't.
I'm just kidding.
We're
kidding. That was behind the scenes for the bloopers.
Yeah.
We're kidding.
Little bloops. No,
yeah, go on.
It didn't air. I don't know. We recorded it. I've recorded it with some people that I used to work with, and we were a little sauced. And I honestly don't even think that he got around to just editing the audio because it was like 2 hours of just nonsense. So
it's probably just sitting on a laptop, and he's just like, I probably shouldn't.
He's like, I just want to relive that night. It's for my ears only. And I was like,
he's treating it like he's Dr.
There
Dre. He's a perfectionist. He's like, nah, this can't drop yet.
Not drop yet.
10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when the Chronic drop.
There you go. Well, exactly. I'm glad this is your official podcast debut then. So this is an honor for us,
And for me. And yes, yeah. I'm Hailey. You guys did a nice little intro, so I'm gonna piggyback on that. My gamer tag, Young Hales. Also known
rap
as
name, Young Hales.
Hales, yeah.
AKA. She's heavy on the TikTok, you know what I'm saying?
AKA shit posting on Twitter. I can say that, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, we cuss all the time. Yeah, and also that's shit posting on Twitter is my favorite pastime.
And that's a segment we have, so keep going.
Welcome to the tribe.
Yeah. Yes. I knew you guys were my people. But I am the creative director of Sunday Scaries. I've been there for about a year. Been working with JB behind the scenes, getting all of the product, all of the cool new shit that we have coming out, letting them know about some secret stuff that maybe the public doesn't know about yet. And just hyping them up about the brand. So love working with you guys, and you always show us love. And I mean,
of course,
it's one thing to work with and we'll get into this probably a little bit later, and I'm sorry if you hear my dog squeaking back there. She wants all the attention right now.
We pro dog, baby.
We're a dog friendly podcast.
We're babies and puppies. That's our main audience.
That's
there
perfect.
We go.
Perfect. Again, my people. And it's interesting working with people who you can tell actually care about the brand and can kind of like understand that it's just a business and we're all trying to have fun. And I think a really sort of unique thing about us in particular and different about Sunday Scaries that I haven't experienced with other companies that I've worked for and other brands that I've worked for is that we are very understanding and we're probably the most laid back brand to work with, at least that I've worked for. And that's just because we're trying to promote this calmness, that people don't usually feel, especially during the week, not just on Sundays. I got that impending doom on Monday coming up. So
I'm definitely feeling that for sure.
Everybody feels it. It's crazy. And whether you're medicating through CBD or maybe you have a little glass of wine before bed, everybody does their own thing and we respect that. But we also understand that not everybody wants to have a cocktail or not everybody wants to smoke weed with THC in it because maybe they get paranoid or they can't sleep or whatever the case may be. And that's sort of the difference between working for Sunday Scaries, who's is a little more understanding, is definitely chill, and then maybe some other brands out there. So yeah, and like I said, we love to give love to those who show us love. It's a big love fest around here, okay?
Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be an hour-long commercial for Sunday Scaries. I'm not gonna apologize.
You know what I'm saying? They show us love. It's natural. It's organic.
Exactly. That's what's up. I mean, obviously, it's great. I enjoy it because I'm not a big weed smoker. Also, just had a daughter, so I'm not really trying to be high all Sunday or something.
Eat her food and shit.
Not shit, right? I'm eating the rice cereal, and now she don't got none in the morning.
You didn't pay for this, what, bro? Come
on. But yeah, no. So it's a nice way to do that and not be paranoid and kind of relax. So definitely shouts out to y'all.
So you've been with the brand.
Heavy in it, yeah.
You've been with the brand for a year, you said? About a year?
I'm coming up on my year on whatever day the 29th is this week. I can't believe it. It was a journey, to say the least. And let me just give my little background here. So I was born and raised in the Bay Area, East Bay, San Francisco area. And I lived there. I grew up there all my life. Super fortunate and lucky to have grown up in the East Bay. All my family's still there. All my I have really close friends that are still there too. But it just wasn't where I wanted to stay. So when I came down to college, luckily I got into San Diego State. Go Aztecs. And I had the time
Shout
of
to
my life.
Kawhi Leonard.
ASU is usually SDSU's backup plan, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Shouts to San Diego State, you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't gonna say, but no, I love ASU. My best friend went to ASU, so I have mad love for ASU. But yeah, so I went to SDSU, had the time of my life. I actually went into SDSU as a theater major, because all growing up, I did theater, I did acting. I thought that I wanted to grow up and be a famous actress because I don't know why they let 17-year-olds make those decisions for themselves. But I went to college with that sort of goal. And as soon as I kind of got halfway through college, I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I really don't. I was like, this sucks. I was getting super bad anxiety. I always had anxiety. And even more background. When I was a kid, I actually was diagnosed with a brain tumor and I had to do chemo for a year and a half. So obviously you don't really know the long-term effects of that. But luckily, it's all gone now. But again, the long-term effects of quite literally having poison pumped in your body for a year and a half is, you don't know. So I started to experience anxiety symptoms when I was in high school. And then when I was in college, I started to get super overwhelmed, not only because I'm in college and I'm about to be an adult and have to take care of myself, but also I'm I have a theater degree. I hate acting. And I don't, like, it's already too late. I was like, I'm not going to be able to just, like, change my major and go through another 4 years of college. Like, I'm not going to do that. So what I did like was promoting my friends who were in the shows and being like, oh, you got to come see, like, the show. Or I had friends that were, like, making music in college because everybody was, like, a rapper in college and all that shit. So I was, like, helping them promote. And I was like, you know what? I really like doing this instead. Like, kind of getting them out there and, like, managing that sort of presence rather than it having to be me front and center. That's what I thought I wanted, but I didn't. So towards the end of college, I started to shift the classes that I was taking from, like, acting and performance to more, like, management, production, to kind of get, like, behind the scenes action of it. And then I took a marketing class. About marketing events, essentially, and I was so stoked on it. Like, we had, like, this project, we had to plan a music festival, and it was like, I was like, damn, like, this is super dope. I want to do this forever. So the next year, my senior year of college, again, last semester, I got super anxious. I actually was hospitalized twice for anxiety. My second semester, senior year of college, because I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't get out of my own head, essentially. So that was super rough. And, you know, I essentially kind of graduated and was like, what do I do now? I was working at Lens Crafters. I was working retail. So I was like, damn, like, I can't do this forever. Like, I really can't, because I didn't want to. And also, I mean, it got me through college. Like, I did retail all through college, and that really helped me with my, like, charisma and my, like, you know, conversationalism and all that kind
putting
of stuff.
Up with people and patience.
Putting up with dumb people.
Yeah,
and,
you know what I'm saying?
Patience.
Straight
and
up.
Funny, and
yes,
and
you have to pay for these classes.
Yes, I'm sure all that.
It doesn't have a price tag. It must be free.
Everybody has some version of that, right?
Yeah. It's, like, insane. So I was just like, can't do this anymore. And quite literally, like, by the grace of God, one of my best friends that I had from high school, she went to the smart people school down here. She went to UCSD. So she was, like, working at a biotech company, and they were just kind of starting out. And she was telling me, like, we are losing our social media person. Like, I know you know social media, because, again, like, this is a biotech company, all nerds. Like, they don't really know shit about, like, marketing or anything like that. So essentially, I interviewed and I got the job, and that's really what started getting me into social media marketing. And I did not know shit. Like, I had to teach myself everything. All I knew was just from being, like, on social media from pretty much since I was, like, 6 or 7 years old. So I'm coming in, and you know, you have a product, right? They had a really cool product. I'll plug them too. It's called Sneak Peek Test, and it's a DNA test that can actually tell you if you're having a boy or girl at 8 weeks in a pregnancy. Super dope.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's a blood test. Super quick and easy.
That ruins the reveal party, though.
You can have it earlier.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, true. And like, and be like, I found out so fucking quick, and then
like a rate. Oh, like I see, like a popularity thing. Like, oh, I know sooner than y'all. Fuck you, baby.
Exactly.
I got you.
Like, oh, you waited 12, 13 weeks?
Oh, that's some broke boy shit.
You was on the ultrasound squinting, looking for shit. Oh, nah,
I can't relate. Not the same.
Came in an envelope, bruh.
Literally built different.
It's crazy. I've fucking seen it all. I was at that company for 3.5 years, and I have quite literally seen it all. And I'm so thankful. Like, I love that company. I still do. Like, I would go back if I could. It's just, it's a little stagnant for me behind me now, but it was an awesome place. But anyway, that's kind of where I learned marketing, and I taught myself literally social media ads, like copywriting and like blog writing and Google ads, design, creative direction. And that's like the sort of hands-on stuff that I needed. And they also gave me a lot of freedom, which was super important to me as a creative. And I'm sure you guys are creative too. Like, you need your freedom to kind of do you, because, you know, you're the experts on the platform. So they did give me free range to do that. And unfortunately, towards the end of my career there, they started kind of going a different direction. And I wanted to experience more industries. So after I spent 3 years there, I was honestly, like, at this point, I was only 25. So I was like, wow, like, I know a lot and I have a lot of experience, and I had grown. So just for some perspective, the first year that I was there, the company, I think as a whole, brought in less than like $100,000. And then by the time I left, myself alone on 2 channels, Facebook and Instagram, I was bringing in $90,000 a month for them. Wow. So they grew a lot. Like, and I was like, that's pretty impressive. Like, I want to be able to bring this to a different industry. So I started working at a digital marketing agency because I wanted to, like I said, kind of dip my toes in other industries. And what I didn't know was that this agency was how do I put this lightly? Terrible as fuck, like awful. Like awful.
We've been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust, bro. Everybody knows.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It's all just a chapter in the book, right? You know,
it's part of the journey, bro. you learn the stuff, now you know what to look for. You know, when you're looking at the resume and they say certain things on there, you know what they mean when you see them, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and avoid applying for this one.
Can work in a hectic environment. You're like, that doesn't mean racist, bro. Come on.
Yeah, right. Or it's like, you got to be able to have a good sense of humor. Like, why do I need to have that? Or like, a person that wears many hats is like, sound like y'all don't got enough people over there.
Exactly. I was going to say, sounds like you want me to do 3 different jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's, it was, I won't say the name, but if you do enough research on me, I'm sure you can find it. But it was awful. And it was literally like, we used to joke, my coworkers and I, we used to joke about how it was like a digital sweatshop, because it like was. Like, they worked us to the damn bone, and it was hard, and it sucked. So then after spending less than a year there, I was there for about 6 months before I was like, I need to find another job, because it was like crazy. I wasn't learning anything. Luckily, I was getting like
fumble.
Luckily, I was getting
nice.
paid. I know, it was like a nice little like shift there. I was getting paid pretty well, but I was not enjoying myself at all, and it was just an awful environment. So started looking for a new job, and actually I didn't have one when I ended up quitting at the agency that I quit, because I got too much. Like, I was quite literally crying every day because of this job, and it's just not worth it at that point. It seriously was not worth it at that point. And I was like, you're paying my bills, but it's like, how is this going to affect me more long term? You know what I mean? So got out of that situation, and I was really focused on going back to a brand. I knew that I loved focusing on one thing, and all of the other industries that I ended up trying at the agency just didn't interest me. So I was like, I want to do something fun, but this was also during a global pandemic.
Not the greatest time to quit your job. I'll tell you that.
Not the best time for a brandemic. You know what I'm
saying?
Lucy liked that one too. It's true. I quit in June of 2020. It was the week after my birthday. It was, I was like, I felt liberated on the first day, and then after that, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I got to get my shit together. Like, I got to kind of find another job. Like, and then full transparency, like, I did not find another job for like another month and a half. Like, I tried super hard. I was doing freelance work, like freelance social media. I was doing like work here and there for different brands and like an agency, but nothing solid. And also I was ending my 26th year last year, so I was going to get off my parents' health insurance. So then I have that in my head, my parents telling me like, you got to find a job with benefits and shit. And I saw the posting for Sunday Scaries, and funny enough, actually, in 2019, I had actually done like a photo shoot for them. I was invited to one of their like things that they had down here, like an event for the launch of the YOLO shot. I don't know if you remember that, but I went to the photo shoot for that, and I was like, wow, this brand is like super fun. Like, I hope I can work with them in the future. And I saw the posting on LinkedIn, and they were looking for a social media manager, and I was like, oh wow, like sick, I want to apply. Like, so I applied. I ended up messaging the co-founder on LinkedIn, because I have no shame on social media, and I'll message anybody. Like, I will message literally anybody. And I was just like, I'm super, interested in the position, this, that, and other thing. I hope I could talk to you soon. And the rest is kind of history, because after I kind of got on the phone with Mike, our co-founder, and discussed, the business needs, You know, they were looking for somebody with 4 years of influencer marketing experience, which I had. However, the sort of experience that they were asking for wasn't really in line with the position. So something that worked for me is sort of educating them on what's needed in the industry, because he's a founder, he's an entrepreneur, he doesn't know like social media and like what goes into all of that. So what he was asking for was a social media manager, but what they wanted was much more than that. So all I had to do was kind of tell him that, and luckily, again, they're fucking amazing and amazing people. So he's like, bet, like, you're on, like, we're doing it. He basically told me on my third interview, like, I have 2 more interviews I have to do, but you have the job, like, essentially. So, nice. It was dope. And again, yeah, I'm coming up on my year. Sorry that I took so long telling that, but it was a really fun journey to get here. And it's crazy going from a hella anxious, very like overwhelmed person like 4 years ago, and then being here now to like being the CBD like anti-anxiety like leader in the industry. And it's super awesome, and I get to meet cool, awesome, amazing people like you guys. So that's also my favorite.
We paid her to say that. It's cool.
I want to. That was. I need to clap. That was a good like monologue right there. She gave us a whole. It was a lot. There was like that was heroin. We had some tragedy in there and some triumphs. And the whole thing, man.
She gave us like a cheat code to a video game. She's like, if you press X and square, you turn around, you get unlimited ammo. But beyond that, I'm just happy to be here.
In there, James, bro. She wrapped it around in a bow. That was
so
awesome, bro.
It hasn't. I'll tell you what, though, little bucket up beef. It hasn't been all sunshines and rainbows with Sunday Scaries. We'll call.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know what's going on right now, so this is gonna be a surprise for me. Let's go.
I don't know.
It's not that hot. I shouldn't have came in that fierce. Years back, you said you started with them a year ago, but I'd say around 2018 or so, we actually established a relationship with them, and Sunday Scaries dumped us early 2019. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who our
don't even remember this.
I don't know who our account manager was at the time, but they kind of just texted me. It was like, hey, man, like, I don't know if your audience is not rocking with us or whatever, but, we just got to cut ties type thing. At the time, I was really in my bag emotionally because I didn't have a handle on the human ego, which I still don't, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it.
Who does?
And I was very financially fucked, like, from a income standpoint. So, like, I, like, looked to the connection and relationship with you guys is like a possible like light at the end of the tunnel, and then when that ended, I was like in a bad place, right? So
this is crazy that you went into this, and I'm like, I don't even remember this.
Well, at the time,
not great.
You're okay.
You probably just told me like, oh, they're out. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we'll just keep doing what we do, and
we did, yeah.
And that,
but that, hey, Hailey, that's the dynamic. I'm the emotional one. Ty reels me in. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm always off the ledge. But again, what I was getting to though is that, speaking to what you were saying, that some people have a vision with one thing and they don't understand, is from the first time with you guys, I think that was the vibe I was getting, is that they didn't understand that shit wasn't a daily process. So like, because every day they'd be like, oh, like we haven't seen sales come through, or like I would send them a lot of content and they would like never post it, and you repost our shit and retag us and all that stuff. But it was funny because how'd you sift through I guess the cleanup crew, like, because the crew before you just didn't have the vision and they were rubbing the wrong elbows, you know what I'm saying? And like now it's been a year plus with us and we've made some sales. We're not, I'm sure not the most
we're not Joe Rogan.
We're not monetized. We're not bringing in the billies. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't want to be him. You don't want to be that.
Oh, trust me, I know.
But financially,
I'm actually mad at myself right now because I hate Joe Rogan, but it's like podcast. That's the first one I think of. So
unfortunately,
we're not Pod Save America.
I just want to on record fuck Joe Rogan. I need that on the record.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Period. Views are mine. I have to say that. Views are mine, by the way. Do not represent me,
So, but yeah.
There you go.
But getting to that, yeah, man. How'd you clean up? How'd you pick up for the, how'd you rebound, so to speak?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, and Lucy has a lot to say about this too. Well, it's funny you mentioned that because you're right. So Sunday Scaries, just background in general, they started their business in 2017, and that that year, so Mike and Bo, the founders, they also owned a bar here in San Diego. So they were kind of like doing two different things. And it's exactly what you said. Like they just really didn't have a clear vision. And also, again, as entrepreneurs and like CEOs and owners of companies, like they didn't understand I guess like the hype buildup. There needs to be a buildup, and it's actually gotten a lot better. I mean, just from 2017, there was only 35 CBD companies. Now there's 3,500. So it's like the fact.
It feels like it.
You go to the gas station, yo, we got the freshest CBD. Yo,
bro,
freshest?
I was in a Subway and they said they had CBD. I'm like, what?
A Subway? You're kidding.
Wait, Subway sandwiches?
I'm fucking around. But that's what it feels like.
Yo, like the tuna's not tuna. Bro. It's CBD, dog. You know what I'm saying?
CBD on the chicken teriyaki and CBD. You know what I'm
saying? How you think Jared lost all that weight, dog?
Oh, no. Can't bring up Jared on the
pod. Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, we been striking out on ourselves today, bro. Holy shit. Continue.
You have beef with Subway guy?
No, the Subway
world
guy,
does.
He's in the prison has beef with Subway
oh, you're
guy.
Right. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
She's like, I let that slide.
Yeah, he's like, what's wrong with this? Yeah, not great. But
she's
also,
like, why he wears jeans in the summer? That's a problem.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with bro. You got the glasses, but no, yes, not
red flag. No, yes. Yeah, it's true, and everything evolves. I mean. Again, like, of course, a business is going to be focused on sales and whatnot, but also marketing in general, it's a funnel. And here's my TED Talk. So, like,
oh man, I love the funnel talk.
You start, the funnel.
I know the funnel, yes.
Some awareness, and then it takes some time for people to really want to like engage or even purchase. Like a purchase is like gold, like right? So like. You can't just, and we still kind of have these conversations sometimes. Like you can't expect for someone to hear about us once and then just quickly make a purchase. We've actually done lots of research on how long it takes like a typical customer to buy from us. And it's anywhere from like 30 to 60 days sometimes. So it just takes like, and something that when I used to consult for social media, it's like, you have to understand that people are on. And I'm no angel. Like my screen report, you guys don't want to see my screen time report. It's bad.
Trust me, I know. I hate every time that pops up. Like, yo, relax on me, man. Come on.
It's like you should probably sleep. Your screen time report for last week is 13 hours. I'm like, oh, like what the fuck? That's really bad.
Like, oh, did you know screen time at night is bad for your eyes? Like, hey, I didn't ask for advice.
You an optometrist?
Like, excuse me, are you gonna entertain me before? I don't think so. So. And it takes time, and especially with CBD, like that's sort of the difference that I have to make from coming from a company like the first brand I was at, like Sneak Peek Test, where it's like almost like a no brainer because there's no other product like it on the market. So it's like you either buy that or you just don't have it. But with CBD, what I've learned, at least just from being in the industry for a year, unfortunately, is there's no loyalty. So people will just like try anything, and that's just because people aren't educated enough on it and really are just kind of like trying anything. And also we're in this mindset as millennials and like, young adults it's 2021 now. If you don't have a good product, chances are it's not going to make it in the market. So like anything that's out in the market, pretty much like you can 95% trust it at least that it's going to work. So it's just about, the experience you give or like the, what sets you apart from the other brands. So that's why we're very focused on standing out from other CBD companies. Like you go to any other CBD company's website, it's going to be all white. It's going to be like green, like highlights because hemp and like some boring shit. And we're not about that. Like we are very focused on who is taking our supplements and how we can provide more for them just than our awesome product. Because our product works. It's we know that. Our customers are over 7,500 subscribers that we have every month stand by us on that. So we just have to convince them that we're the best because we are.
I will say there's plenty of companies that don't have a good product, but their marketing is hype, like Chick-fil-A.
That's very true. That's okay. You didn't have to go take a shot at Chick-fil-A, but yes,
there you
go. There's countless examples of the marketing being great, and then you try it and it's not, or like. Marketing so well that you don't even understand how it's even like Supreme. I don't even know where Supreme came from. I just know what it is and that it's expensive. Like, I don't even really know what else is going on with it.
Exactly. And then you have like companies like Medterra and like CBDMD who have quite literally millions of dollars in funding from like rich ass white people who like are trying to make some money off the CBD industry, whereas we're still a small business. Like, we have 10 employees, like and we're all here, and it's like the fact that we can even compete with them is awesome for us. And we kind of forget about that sometimes, is like we're in the ballpark with like the CBDMDs and Medterras, but we're just little Sunday Scaries, and like we're still kicking.
Nice. So I'm so happy you went through the funnel, bro. It's so, I'm social media manager over here too, more of a like brand, so it's more than just one. But yeah, because I think a lot of people don't understand social media marketing and how it works. A lot of people, especially like business owners, entrepreneurs, they're so like focused on like sales, in which they gotta be. You have to be successful, right? But they don't understand that like stuff takes time, and you can't. It can't just be. I'm on Facebook. I see a CBD. Like, oh, I'm gonna buy that right now. Like, that's not how anything works ever.
You consume so much media in so little time. Like, think about all the things that you see in like 10 seconds just from like being on Instagram. It's like you have to captivate.
There's so many layers you have to get through. Like, one, you have to first of all stalk me, and then and then I see you as an ad. I'm like, bro, I was just looking that up. I just saw that. Why is it popping up? And first I'm angry, and then I realize I kind of need that, and then I'm like, wait, what was the deal on that? And then I go back again, and I'm like, nah, fuck them because they stalked me. But then I'm like, wait, that was cheap though. But and then I go back. Try it. Exactly. And then I see it like 800 times in a row, and then I finally buy it. But when I feel like it's on my terms, not because you showed it to me, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. Yeah, people want to feel like they're making their own decision, and it's so funny because I hear that a lot from you work in marketing, but people who don't work in marketing, they're like, how do they know like what I'm saying and like what I need? And I'm like, okay, turn it off and then see what you're getting served. And you'd be like, why the fuck am I getting like a fucking tractor ad? And I work in like San Diego. It's like, they're there for a reason, and it's to make your life easier, actually. Like, but I'm biased. I'm definitely biased.
No, it's a little bit of both. Like, I get the creepiness of like, I was just talking about this thing. Why did it pop up on Google so quick? But then it's also like, you'd be pissed if it took you like, more than 5 minutes to Google something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, I don't be too intrusive, but work perfectly fine every time I get on there. You know what I mean? Or make sure them ads are specifically targeted for me. Like, don't be showing me something for like, I don't know, some white girl getaway when, it's me, Ty. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But
exactly. Aruba deals.
That way. Yeah.
How do you balance the, cause I've been in digital marketing for a lawyer where there was like two different things. I had to try and like platform him higher against the sea of lawyers, and then I also had to like work on his social media and stuff. So for you, similarly, it sounds like you have twofold. You're educating those on CBD as well as separating yourself from the THC weed spectrum, all while educating the other companies about why you're standing out from them.
Yeah.
So do you have like a content calendar? Do you personally segment?
You can't give all the secrets out on the pod, but yes.
Yeah, no, I'll get into it. Yeah, I do everything. I mean,
paraphrase. I don't fucking care. I don't.
We'll talk about it.
I'll fight them or whatever if there's bad guys or some shit.
We see them stealing your shit. We're gonna be in the comments like,
Oh yeah.
Scaries did this first, bro.
Talk about nah.
JB has already defended me so much, and I appreciate that because I really do let like anybody come at me because it's just me and the content. Like, so again. We have influencers.
Bro, they be saying mean shit. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt.
Wait, what?
Please.
Dude.
Mean shit?
Hey, me and her, we're lazy eye gang. Mine's correct. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it right now, but they be going at it. So I was like, nah, we're not doing that. So, so I be going at the comments when they be saying mean shit. And then also, like, CBD, you could tell him, but the fucking, there's like a candle company called Sunday Scaries or something. And they be beefing with them. And I'm like, man, fuck y'all candles, bro.
I'm sorry, a candle? What?
So actually, they're a podcast.
Oh.
And there's a lot of beef. I don't know if I should talk too much about it, but essentially they do not like us because there's a whole blog post on this man's website if you want to look at it about how much he hates us. But there's beef. They think that there's some like intellectual property that we stole, which is like totally not
podcast, bro.
Not correct. Yeah, I was like, and I'm like, we're a CBD company, you're a podcast. There's no way that people will get those confused. Like I don't know what to tell you, but they really don't like us. But they specifically really don't like our co-founder Mike. And it's
bro. I got in a fight with a bucket company because they tried to say bucket up.
Oh, that did happen to us.
I was fucking mad. I was like,
kidding.
Nah, I was like, fuck your buckets.
It was like
bro.
an easier handle. It wasn't even buckets. It was like a handle for you to pick up the buckets easier. That was what it was. And it was like, who's having trouble picking up buckets, bro?
The bucket handle shortage
on it already.
Like, you're weak as fuck. You can't do the bucket work if you can't pick up the bucket. Fuck out of here.
The bucket already has a handle. Who's got a bucket and like, yo, you know what I really need? A fucking handle.
Yo, if I hire you and you come through, you said, yo, that's a bucket? You got a handle or some shit? Like, yes, the bucket does. The fuck you mean?
It's equipped with one,
Batteries included.
That's it. If the bucket don't have a handle, then it's not a fucking bucket. It's a bin or some shit. Like it's not
the fuck. Yeah.
The trough. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it's a bowl. It's a Tupperware without a lid.
Exactly, but yeah, going back to the Sundays, you would think they would think that's the perfect like situation for a collab, right? Like
you would think, but no, he hates us. He hates us. And I don't want to give him too much attention, so we'll move on. But
fuck that guy.
Fuck that man.
Yeah,
we can add him. We beefing with that pod now. We don't let us see you in the streets, fam.
Exactly. Pull up.
Yeah, it'll be really scary for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real scary, bro.
I don't care if it's Sunday. Yeah. So.
I'm fucking dead. No, yeah, I do everything, going back, I do everything kind of creatively for us. So yeah, I plan out all of our social media content. We have an amazing graphic designer, down in Tijuana, actually. His name's Sergio. And he works with us directly. He's full time with us. And that's my dude. Like, I love that man. He's awesome. He's fitted really well with us. Like, he just came on like maybe 2 or 3 months ago and he's crushing it. And so he helps me kind of design everything on social media. But as far as like TikTok content, like real content, like that sort of stuff, that's from the dome. And just being like literally in those platforms all the time. Like, again, that's why my screen time is so ridiculous, because I have to not only stay on top of our influencers, stay on top of our social, stay on top of our DMs, stay on top of, you know, the stuff I have to do for our director of performance marketing, our email marketer, whatever. But then I also have to stay on top of trends and keep us relevant. So it's like, it's a lot. That's why I'm on my phone for 13 hours a day.
Yeah,
like,
no, it makes sense.
Do you ever get any pushback? So, granted, you said you have a creative license, a free one. But do you ever get like some like Bo and Mike? Are they ever like some old heads that are like, yo, what is a, like an abbreviation if you're doing like a TikTok and they don't get it? They're like, what's that song? I don't get it.
Trends are dumb, so...
You want to know something funny? Neither of them have Instagram or TikTok on their phone, so they don't really know. They what's nice is they trust me. Like, again, I've never worked for somebody or for people who have so much trust in me, but they also hold us with a lot of accountability on that part too. So again, like I obviously they trust that I know what will work for us and also what will work on the platforms. There hasn't really been any time where they've been like, take that down or like anything like that. Luckily, so far.
Knock on wood.
So
I got you.
But luckily, we fit in really well, and we're in office. We've actually been in office for a while, so we kind of like, I understand the vibe, and we have a very like robust like brand guideline that we stick to that tells us, you know, what language to use, what language not to use, and stuff like that. Excuse me, that's really important. That's just use English. No, it's really important. That shit's like 74 pages long. It's like very important. And it for a brand essentially that wants to stand out, especially in the CBD companies or in the CBD space, super important. But yeah, so that's essentially my Bible. I use that brand guide like, you know, every day. It has our colors on there, like fonts, all that shit. But also like content ideas and whatnot. So again, even now I go back and kind of, if I need an idea, I have a little like writer's block, or like, you know, I can't really think of what to post, which never happens because my mind's always going, but I'll refer back to that and just be like, oh, that's like actually a really good idea. I should probably post that. And it was like, they just gave it to us for fun. And they're super awesome branding agency in Colorado called Moxie Sozo, and they work with like super big companies. So we love working with them, and they actually, I can say this, we are building a new website, and it's going to be launched in like less than a month. So actually, I don't know if anybody knows that yet.
Shouts to Sergio.
Breaking news.
Exactly.
Breaking news on the pod. That's what's
up. I'm saying. And fuck Sunday Scaries, the candle or whatever.
the podcast.
The podcast.
The candle. They're the candle now. That's what they are.
I thought there was. I could have swore there was.
They sell a candle.
What?
I don't know.
We can start selling candles now, bro.
I be in the candle streets. You need to know this,
bro. We can start selling the candles, bro.
It is on fucking site on the candle streets.
There we go.
But yeah, so we have a new website coming out next month, and it's going to be a game changer. I'm super excited for you guys to see it. I'll let you know when it's up. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have going on. And I guess like I don't know when you guys are going to post this, but our CBD day sale is going to be happening in early August. That's one of like our biggest sales of the year, and we are increasing all of our collaborators promotion codes. You guys will be 40% off with your code.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, I might gotta buy some, bro.
You gotta round up to that's damn near 50%, bro. You gotta do that.
I'm saying? Like, talking to the homies, man. It's damn near 50,
just
bro.
Wait. Black Friday. Just wait for Black Friday.
Oh, okay. We getting all this
shit.
Now you gotta know when you.
The way time flies, Black Friday's next week, bro. So
I'm telling
man.
I'm
bro, it feels like it. It's already half the damn year.
I already got my Halloween costume, drippy. I'm just like,
I was like, really? What are you gonna be? That's dope.
But pulling it back, that's awesome, because I feel like the number one thing that I think social media managers or they run up to anybody doing social is like running shit up the ladder. So it's like social is so much about being on trend and jumping in on a trend at the right time, not when it's like fucking late as hell and nobody cares anymore. It's
you could even be like 2 days late. Yeah,
exactly. But it's like jumping in when like people still care about the thing, But
exactly.
So much of running it up in certain brands, you have to run it up the ladder. People got to sign off at that. It's like, by the end of it, it's like, is it even worth it to post? Or they might nix it, and it's like, was it like, it don't even matter now because time's kind of up.
It's over. There's a new trend. Yeah. Luckily, we don't deal with that. But yeah, I feel like a lot of corporate people definitely deal with that.
So then, speaking to anxiety, this is something I suffer with when it comes to bedtime. They call it bedtime. What's that called?
Anxiety?
It's like it's not. It's like bedtime ritual. I have to look it up, but it's something about like you purposely postpone your bedtime because you feel like your day hasn't been complete, and the only way to complete it is to gain control. And it may be because you're not happy at work. You're not happy with your friends. There's something going on in your life that is taking control that you don't feel power. So by staying up and playing video games or staying up and watching TV, you're taking back control, right? And then you finally can go to bed being like, all right, cool, the day was me. Like I controlled most of it. With you having a free creative license, how do you know when enough's enough?
Yeah.
That's a super good question. And I feel like I do that too, because it's funny, like, and I'll get a little bit like personal with this too, because I feel like, especially recently. So I have been single now for 2 years. I was in a really long relationship for that, and it ended right before the pandemic, unfortunately, which sucked.
I know that sucks, but that's perfect timing. You didn't want to be
it was
in the crib with homie.
It either went good or bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you didn't want to be stuck with old boy on the edge of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it would have ruined us. But no. So, going into or having essentially like a year of 2020 of kind of trying to find myself, trying to like take control of, like who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. Now, luckily, I didn't really make any decisions, like any big life decisions off of him and our relationship. Great. But I still had this idea of where I wanted my future to go. So what I do now, and I've like actively kind of like this is probably going to sound bad, but I've like cut myself off to like any sort of extracurricular relationship right now because I'm hyper focused on work. Like I'm very hyper focused on Sunday Scaries and growing it because there's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's good pressure. I enjoy having this pressure in my career because it's kind of where I thrive. My whole family is super ambitious. My dad is like my number one like inspiration for that. My dad's been working since he was 14 years old and worked his way up to he's a VP of Home Depot now. So he's like the man.
To Home Depot. I used to work there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We love Home Depot.
There we go. Home Depot, fuck Lowe's all day. Home Depot Lowe's. Gang.
I'm like, it smells good in there. I rock with y'all. Why not?
I like the smell of wood.
I was in lumber. I was in the lumber department sawing that up. So.
I like places that look like it's outside, inside. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's funny that you say that because I do feel like I do that now because I'll work literally from when I wake up. I'll wake up, check our Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, DM influencers, talk back and forth to influencers, talk to my boss, talk to our operations manager, and I feel like I'm so on all day that when I get home, I'm like, I literally don't think I had a moment, my own singular thought to myself.
Yourself.
Like
yes.
Like it's all Sunday Scaries. Like it's all like promotion. It's all like influencer, what I have to do. And I'll get home and I'll be so tired all day, but I'll get home and I'll be awake as fuck at like 8 p.m. to like 2 a.m. Yeah. And I'll just be like watching TV or like smoking weed or like making a good dinner or something. And I'm like, damn, I need to take control of my life. And then I'll wake up at 8 o'clock the next day and be tired as shit because I spent all this time procrastinating. And I wish that I had a better answer, but I don't because I still struggle with the balance of wanting to excel in my career and like be this bad bitch, but then also like take care of myself mentally, you know?
So that probably speaks to our obsessed work culture. You know what I'm saying? The work culture obsession.
It is.
And work-life balance is like seen as like a weakness, right?
Yeah.
True. And it's like you can't even take a break. And even when I do take a break, like I took literally 2 days off for my birthday last month, and I still worked both of those.
Yeah, you look at your email like.
Right,
yeah, I was like I would like rented out this whole Airbnb in the desert, and I was like doing fucking Instagram DMs like in the pool. I was like, why am I doing this? Like I don't know. But it's honestly, but again, like it's where I thrive. So if I didn't have this sort of like pressure, I feel like I would not be like a bum, but I really wouldn't have anything to like focus on because again, having like this relationships or like dating like not on my mind. Like, and I'm not even trying to sound like whatever, but I've had people want to like go out with me and I'm like, I'm not interested. Like, I'm really not interested. It has nothing to do with you. 100% has to do with me. And that's where their ego comes in. They're like, oh, like, yeah. But no, it's like, it literally has nothing to do with you. I just don't have the time. I don't really want to put the like 2% energy that I have into having like a conversation with someone new and having them be like, so what food would you eat for the rest of your life?
I'm gonna be real, and I am happily married, obviously with a kid, but ain't nothing I hate more than the food conversation, bro. The what are we gonna eat? Figuring out what to get from the grocery store. It's like if I go to hell, that's gonna be my punishment. It's just gonna be every day figuring out what to eat for the week, and I'm gonna be like, fuck, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it's gonna be. So I'm with you.
Straight up. And like I said, I wish I had a better answer, but I don't. And it sucks because we also preach at work about the balance and taking care of yourself and taking the time that you need. And one of our like company core values is keep it 100. So if like you're burnt out or you're, struggling with something, like let them know so we can all help you out or you can take a break or whatever. However, when you work in digital marketing, Ty, as you know, shit never stops. It's 24/7. So it's like I'm almost like right now I haven't like been on our Instagram for like an hour because I've been doing this. So I'm like making sure that nothing's like on fire over here. I'm like
they're like we've gone out of business. She's like fuck.
I'm like damn it. But no, and I wish I did have a little more balance, but it works for me right now. Like I'm 27. I have time to, do things. If my mom's watching this, sorry, Mom, that I haven't found a man to breed with yet, but it'll happen maybe. It'll happen maybe, but it's just not going to happen now because I'm very hyper-focused. And I feel like once I'm set up, I feel like I still have a really good resume and background here. I'm very lucky to have been in San Diego and built my own life and career here. But once I feel like I'm actually somewhere or someone, then I won't stop. I ain't stopping.
Damn. Can't stop, won't stop.
Nice. I feel like that's how it works. You'll know when you're ready to take a step back or chill out a little bit and kind of make room for other things, you know what I mean? But
with the growth, man, so that's the devil with it though, is you strive for this greatness and you become successful, your self-fulfilling prophecy, then you challenge yourself, not greedy, but damn, I just did a TikTok and I hit 50K. Tomorrow we about to make one, it's gonna do 70.
Yeah, you gotta always one up yourself.
Yeah,
right?
So how you gonna? What are little tactics you use to, I guess, pocket or bookmark or stamp some of these success? Because I'll be real, the video me and Ty did that hit 10K, one of our reels recently, I'm proud as shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you should be.
And I'm just flexing on that one. So I'm saying you know what I'm saying? How do you, obviously we can't die on that one. We got to make more. But how do you pocket these, small wins to keep pushing forward?
Yeah, so professionally, we have a meeting, an internal meeting every Monday where we share weekly highlights and lowlights. So if something like that pops off, I think we had a reel a couple weeks ago that had 71K views or something like that, something crazy like that. And so I talk about stuff like that because again, Bo and Mike, they don't have Instagram, they don't have TikTok because they're, again, CEOs. Bo also, his wife is pregnant too, and Mike is just
shout out to that baby Bo on
the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, his wife is gonna be having her baby in 2 months. It's gonna happen soon. Nice. It's crazy. But they're just not really focused on that, so they kind of rely on me to tell them that stuff, and that's actually something that I had talked to Mike about not too long ago. Is he felt. He told me essentially that I wasn't sharing enough wins. He's like, I feel like you're just doing all this stuff and not telling us. He's like, you should tell us. And so I'm like, okay. So I was like, say less. I could hype myself up. You just unleashed a fucking monster. But there's opportunity. I feel there's opportunity with every trend. And honestly, the goal is to go viral or get views or whatever. But one, I never expect that because these platforms make it so hard for brands to go viral, if they're not putting money behind it, which we can't advertise on social media. So
because of CBD, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we already are blocked there. So it's if we do something, we had one TikTok go viral and it was an influencer post, and then we had a couple other ones get a lot of views, about 100K, and it was just because we were on trend with something and it was very specific toward our niche. So I'm not 100% sure which video of yours got that 10K views, but I'm sure it was super specific to your niche and your fans, and the people who like you shared it with other people who liked that. So you have to almost, with all marketing, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the person watching it, being well, what will make it more shareable and what will make them want to tag a friend or whatever. So I always have to, and this is where my theater training comes in. It all comes back, people.
It's like a boomerang on Instagram, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's
a circle, homie.
It's true. I'm putting myself in these positions of possibly something that I relate to and maybe something that I don't relate to, for our audience. So it's and again, something I had to do with the first brand I was at. I was creating content as a pregnant girl, and I had never been pregnant in my life. It was insane. So it's really just about taking those successes, celebrating those wins, and then keeping going, because a win like that, the social media will throw you a win like that every now and then, so you stay on the platform, and it works because and there's endless trends. There's gonna be a new trend tomorrow, I guarantee it. And it may be perfect for you guys. So it's just about staying on top of it, which is hard, right? Because we're young adults, we don't want to sit on our phone all day. I know how it is. I want a break, trust me. But like I said, my priority right now is growing our brand and our business. So you got to stay on top of it. But yeah, taking note of the stuff that works really diving into your audience and creating for them. I mean, you can create content for you if you're like, I just saw him last night, but like if you're like Trevor Wallace or someone who like has this persona and people already like think you're hilarious, like keep going with that. But you have to think about the audience you're catering to and like what they'll like, because they're the ones that determine what goes viral, honestly. Like they really are. So yeah, but honestly the big part is celebrating the wins too, because you want to be you want to keep yourself from getting burnt out, like and even honestly getting like 5K on a reel is like really good, so you should be super
it's
proud.
all endorphins, right?
It is. Yeah,
it's all endorphins,
dopamine, bro.
Yeah, it's all endorphins, dopamine, it's all that. It's, and you know, I'm glad you said the whole like you don't ever like, you know, wish for. I tried to tell Jesse that all the time of like, you know, it's social media, bro. Nobody knows it's gonna go viral, but people can tell when people are trying to go viral. You know what I mean? Like it's very obvious.
I just saw this if I can really quick, this cringe video today. It was like this girl recorded her boyfriend calling his best friend to like see if she would like act up or whatever. And then she did it and she was so embarrassed. And I was like, why would you even post that? Like when you just got fucking like stood up and I can't believe that. Well, first of all, it did go viral, so I guess she got what she wanted.
They got what she wanted, but it's clout chasing, right?
It is, and it's like, how far will you go to look dumb? Like I don't know. Like,
well, there was the video at Hooters where the girl's like, "Did you hit on the waitress?" Or like, obviously they're friends and they're just staging the video.
Yeah, there's so many stage videos, and it's like,
I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, be better actors, exactly. Or be more. Come on.
There's plenty of times that I know it's staged, but I don't care because it was executed well. Like, there's this video of this guy singing inside of a gas station, and like the person at the register is like filming him sing a song that she got playing on the radio, and you know the people behind him are like hyping him up because they didn't think he could sing like this. And it's like, obviously that's staged. Why would she just randomly be recording him, like singing
hoping
in there,
that
like,
he could sing?
That's obviously staged. But I'm like, this was well executed. So you got my like, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Good job. You went viral too. Like you did it. You know what I mean? And so, but as you know, anybody, social media managers, influencers, it's just, you know, you got to just keep at it, putting out the same product, and you know, not expecting to go viral, just staying on brand and putting out things that you think work or is funny, and then you know whatever hits, and you kind of repeat.
Yeah, quick tip too. Like I've gone to like tons of like TikTok webinars, and like I've talked to TikTok reps and shit, and like they've told me themselves, they're like, you just need to keep putting out content. They said quantity over quality. Honestly, they're like, you should be posting like 5 videos a day. And I'm sitting on this call and I'm like, fuck.
That's a lot of work, bro.
I agree. I mean, even my favorite thing, like, dude, Family Guy hasn't put out an episode in like months, it feels like. And I'm like, I'm off of it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a Family Guy fan for like my whole life, you know? But I'm like, bro, you gotta keep, like, shit moves fast. You gotta keep up with people's attention.
Putting out content,
yeah. Like South Park is always on it. Like they have their like they'll fucking write an episode and then air it the next day. It's insane. Like it's so relevant. I haven't been keeping up with them lately, but I know that they were doing some really funny shit during the pandemic. So.
So, any negative side of the biz you can tell us? Any like ugly things you've seen from influencers not getting paid?
I'm sure the comments are god awful sometimes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you tell your story.
Yeah, no, just from the hate comments. I mean, which kind of comes with the territory. Luckily I'm secure enough in myself, and I understand. I can step outside of that to understand that these are like 14-year-old like kids or younger, like just like trying to like have a laugh. That sucks. It does get to me sometimes, especially if they're like very personal, because you know sometimes people just say shit and they don't know how to affect you, and that's fine. But I step outside of that a lot because it comes with the territory. But yeah, I mean, working with influencers, so I love the people that we work with. I really do. And like I said, I've worked with probably at this point in my career over 1,000 influencers over the course of like 5 years, and probably only 5% of them, so like 50, like have been really bad. And I can always tell that right off the bat. Like I can always tell because I choose to, and this is not a general practice, but I choose to speak to my influencers, like speak to them, not just email, because you can tell a lot about a person from the conversation. And if I get any sort of bad vibe, and I'm a very good judge of character with stuff like that, unfortunately, we would just have to move on. Although some do slip through the cracks. So recently, so something that we just go through as a CBD company is these like payment processing companies, and like PayPal in particular, fuck PayPal. They don't want to work with us. They don't want to work with us because they think essentially we're like a drug.
I don't understand
money.
that. Like, it's 2021. Even if it
people
was
don't get
weed, I don't understand. Do they not understand what is happening in the country?
Weed's not federally legal yet. That's the only problem.
Yeah, them Facebook on that shit. You know, I don't want to.
They only make money from opiate sales, so they don't care.
Oh yeah, that's all. Yeah, big pharma. Let's talk about it.
Oh my god, we could have a whole fucking episode on that. But
yeah,
like so, like they don't want to. They don't mess with us. So like we have to use crazy different platforms and like kind of not obscure platforms, but just different platforms than like a typical PayPal to get our people paid out. And so I had one influencer, essentially, she had already broken her contract previously because in our paid influencer contracts, it's in their contract to not rep any other CBD company. Because again, there's no loyalty in the space. And if you're repping us, you know, you need to just rep us, at least for the duration of your contract, which is only 3 months. 3 months, okay? So she was repping another CBD company, and I emailed her and was like, I was very nice about it, because I have to be. And I was just like, just letting you know, like, can you please remove these posts? This is a breach of your contract, etc. I didn't get a response back. She never deleted the posts. She just let it run out on her like story. Whatever, I'm not gonna beef with her about that. But then, like 3 weeks later, she's texting me, incessantly emailing me about her payment that hadn't been processed yet, when I had told her that it was like coming and I needed to get her on a different platform so we could pay her. She emailed me like 16 times in one day. Asking
I hope this email finds you well. Per my last email.
And when she wouldn't answer me when she was like on a breach of her contract and like, you know, all that jazz. But we ended up, I ended up getting it squared away and she got paid. And then I literally haven't heard from her. That was probably like 3 weeks ago. I haven't heard from her since, and I will not be working with her again because it's kind of a nightmare sometimes. Like I'm already a people pleaser by like birth. So having people be mad at me or like coming at me is not like, I don't like that. And especially when we're paying you for a service and you're not even doing the service.
Right.
Like,
right.
So, but that's very rare. I do work with a ton of people who love us and I love them. And that's really what influencer marketing and social media marketing is really about, is just your relationships and like maintaining those. Like Jesse and I, we basically talk like almost every day, like just shooting the shit about like random stuff. Not even.
I'll be like, yo, is this is this good stats? She'll be like, yeah, that's good. I'm like, yo, Ty, we did good. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, okay, I didn't even know it was a back channel. You part of the marketing team, apparently. I didn't know.
Well, she's like it's like account manager, because at first when I was texting the Sunday Scaries like group, it always changed on us, right? I'd be like, hey, I posted this. Can you guys show us some love? And they'd be like, hey, what's up? Who's this? And I'm like, never mind.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
Then. But luckily, so this way there's a little bit more direct, you know?
Yeah, and luckily we have a solid team now. Like, oh my god, my AirPod's about to die. But we have a solid team now. Mike always talks all the time about how like this is the team we're gonna ride it out until hopefully we sell or like something like that. But and that makes me feel good because they definitely have had some, you know, like cycles of employees and people maybe who didn't fit or like they weren't able to get the results they wanted, which is fine. I mean, that doesn't mean that they're a bad employee. It just means that, first of all, CBD is fucking hard. Like CBD is a hard industry to be in. Like I get burnt out, and I even like, again, full disclosure, keeping it 100, I cried during my meeting with my boss like 2 weeks ago because I was so frustrated with like how things were going. And it just like, it happens. Like it really happens with the industry. Luckily, I'm not crying because I'm getting abused by my employer, but I'm good. Right. It's because I care so much and I really want us to succeed, but it's really hard when you can't advertise. Like these brands blow up because they have so much money to put into advertising dollars.
And advertising makes it very easy. Yes.
Very easy, like to reach people that are relevant and whatnot, but we can't do that. So the majority of our stuff has to be organic. Luckily, I kind of know the code for like organic content and getting it out there. So, and we all kind of are running like a well-oiled machine now, luckily. And this year, it's going to be a good year for us. I mean, we just closed out Q2. We're in Q3. And we're on pace to outperform last year, which was actually a really good year for them, even despite the pandemic. And we're really stoked to keep going, and hopefully I'll stick with the company for as long as I can. And after that, who knows what's next?
Word, nice. So when can me and Ty ask for a raise? Yeah.
Hey, look, listen.
So we gotta deliver on some more deliverables before we start doing all that.
We need more anxious people.
That's cool. I'm glad.
I need a photo shoot of you guys both with Big Spoon, and I need Jesse Big Spooning Ty.
Oh yeah, I'm about it. I love being Little Spoon, bro.
Rock paper scissors, because I'm Little Spoon.
We'll have to decide that off air.
We can switch off.
That shit does help though. Shouts. This is like one of those live shouts to the sponsors. I will say, bro, like no cap. I don't sleep good. You know what I'm saying? Anxious or not, I smoke a lot of weed. That's full disclosure. I smoke maybe an eighth a day, and I don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? So like that melatonin shit helps. I take a nighttime sleep aid.
It's actually not melatonin.
Oh, it's not melatonin.
It's even better.
Oh wow. Yeah. I take melatonin too, so it's in there.
Man, I got the cocktail going.
I got my. You know what I'm saying? I got what they gave Trump when he got COVID. You know what
I'm saying? Man, Jesus.
But nah. So that shit does work. But as mentioned, Ty had a daughter and she's a baby and she's got to go to sleep soon. So we do got to wrap up.
I was going to say that I also, I mean, like you said, you guys did better or not better. You had some numbers in the pandemic. And I think that really, everybody was probably stressed out. I was stressed out. We were all kind of like in the crib. And
I thought y'all were going to dump us again.
I had already used the product before, but I'm usually a pretty like happy-go-lucky, chill person. So I'm usually pretty good. I don't smoke too much weed, but there were definitely times last year that I was like, you know what? I need to throw on. I need something to help me sleep today. And Sunday Scaries definitely came in clutch a bunch of times. Yeah. So it was definitely nice. But like you said, we do have to. My podcast area is also my daughter's crib bedroom and stuff. So we do have to wrap up. But we usually end our pods on our song of the week. We usually have a song. I do a couple of songs because I'm more into the music thing. But do you have any songs you've been listening to recently that you really love? Or you heard something new?
Damn.
Jesse should have told you about this beforehand. That's our fault.
I think I did, but whatever.
Cool. No, I'm really into Logic. Shouts to the East Coast.
Oh, nice.
I love Logic, and he's been coming out with new shit. He's talking about how he was going to retire last year.
Yeah, I'm a little mad at that. Like, why he's retiring, crying on a stitch, and then he's like, "All right, new music." I'm like, "Come on, man."
I fucking knew it too. I've been a fan of him since for 10 years, and I fucking knew it. And I was like, he's not retiring.
They never do.
They never do. So he just came out with a new song on Friday, and I've just been repeat. Love him so much. I think it's called Say Hello or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I love Logic. He's from the East Coast, and I do
half
listen
black.
to
He'll let you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does let us know a lot, bro. He be saying it.
He does let you know. It's so funny. I've met him twice, and dude is the same size as me. He's super small. Yeah, he's very small.
Sounds about right. You know what I'm saying?
Very talented bloke. Not the tallest.
Bloke is wild. She went English on us. That's crazy.
Australian, I think.
Australia.
I was gonna say we're available in the UK too.
There we go.
So I always do a thematic song. Sometimes, most of the time, it's old school, usually R&B or old school 90s or
Yes.
something.
Love it.
But last week, an artist that I came around, he's from our hometown, New York, Pop Smoke, dropped an album.
Pop
and
Smoke.
it wasn't that good of an album, to be real.
But it's his second album posthumous.
Right. So
he got 18 people on there. I don't think he would have worked with any of these people.
This whole episode has just been beef. Let's make a list of who we talk shit about.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I didn't talk shit about Pop Smoke. No,
not Pop Smoke. I'm talking shit about the executives who was like, let's make another Pop Smoke album.
But his mom was on the intro.
On there.
His mom was on the intro.
Shout out to his mama though.
Yeah, so that was dope. So anyway, he's got a song called "More Time," and again, full disclosure, I told last week it was a year anniversary since my grandpa passed. So I've just been thinking about him a lot, and I was like, I wish I had more time with him. So we're gonna go with "More Time." You know what I'm saying, about Pop Smoke. So rest in peace to both. You know what I'm
saying? Nice. I will say I looked it up. That Logic song is called "Call Me" because I listened to it too. It's pretty good. Yeah. Usually how I do it is bangs, bops, and slaps, and then I give you a couple of albums that I listened to that were good. My song that slaps, I'm gonna go with "What You Said" by Isaiah Rashad. He got an album coming out. I forgot what the hell it's called. I think it's like Burning Something in the Kitchen. I don't really know. But the last 3 songs he came out was fire, so definitely check that one out. My song that bops, I'm going with Details by Leon Bridges. He dropped a whole album called Gold Diggers. Something. It's Gold. I think it's just Gold Diggers Music or something like that. Whole album's really good and smooth if you fuck with Leon Bridges. And then my song that bangs is Wave by Gunna and Polo G. I know you're a big Polo G guy over there.
I am, you know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Gunna heavy, so it's a good ass song. You gotta check it out. And then an album I listened to was Dave came out with an album who's like he's a UK rapper. I'm not big on the UK rappers because it's like weird when they're like they're talking about stabbing men's them and shit, and so that's what they sound like every time. Like
they beefing over soccer matches and shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm like I don't know,
bunch
man.
of hooligans and shit. Like
it's cool, funny though. But Dave is Oh, did you?
I think she dropped. But hey,
she's back.
We back.
I had to. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, Dave, UK rapper. One of my favorites over there. Dropped a whole album. I'm trying to see what it's called. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to do this beforehand, so I'm not like scrambling. Oh yeah, it's called "We're All Alone in This Together," which is very sad. It's some profound songs on there too. So I would say definitely check that out. Yeah, right. But yeah, those are my songs of the week, bro.
Well, awesome, man. Hailey, I want to thank you for coming on. Always around this time, I tell Ty, I thank him for putting up with me week in and week out because somebody's got to do it. We usually give shouts to our sponsor, but we gave a whole episodes to our sponsor.
Yeah, we are.
Nothing personal, it's business. We have another sponsor. It's Daniel Phillip. They have watches and jewelry, you know what I'm saying? So you can use promo code BUCKETUP to also get a percentage off. It's a little higher. It's 30%.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, well,
nice.
I got one of those for my mom once.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Should have used a promo code.
It was like 4 years ago. It was before.
It was before our time, bro.
It
was before the inception. But again, shouts for coming on.
When's the week again? That's 40% off soonish.
Was that Black Friday?
August 5th.
Oh, August 5th.
CBD day.
There we go.
Okay, well, and then we have a bunch of sponsors, like I said, that we previously mentioned that we had in the past. They don't rock with us no more. The 2 ones, Sunday Scaries and Daniel Phillip. And then furthermore, Ty, we got a bunch of social media channels because you guys are the social media experts. So Hailey can relay the info to her crowd. Where can the buckets that are new to the program find us?
Well, if you want to follow along with us at Sunday Scaries and our adventures all around San Diego, you can find us on Instagram at Sunday Scaries and on TikTok at Sunday Scaries. Sometimes I have a little tomfoolery on our Twitter at ScariesCBD. And then if you're interested in just like following me and my own tomfoolery, I promise it's entertaining. That's _ Hails, with 2 A's and 2 H's.
There we go. I don't know if that's Insta or Twitter, but gotta hit that up. It's on both.
You gotta find
both them.
Just find me.
Google it.
Google
Find me.
Google me, baby.
Google them.
You can't miss me.
And yeah, you already know where we at. We, Bucket Up Podcast on Facebook. On Instagram, we're at the Bucket Hat Boys. And then on Twitter, we're at Bucket Up Podcast. And the homie Jesse is at JB Speaks on Twitter. And I am at Tylante on Twitter, a.k.a. right now I'm Big Bone Thugs in Harmony right now is my Twitter name. I finally changed it up from Meaty Pablo. I know it was hard. It was hard to give up. It was hard to give up Meaty Pablo, but it was time to. I needed to get out of that so I can come up with something else better than that, which has been hard to do. So, but yeah, follow us on there if you want to shoot the shit, talk about the show, chop it up with us. If there's something on here you like, if we bash somebody on here that you did not agree with, you can let us know. If we ain't go hard enough on somebody, let us know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? And yeah, so there's that. And then obviously make sure if you're listening to us on SoundCloud, we're also on Spotify. Make sure you're following us on there.
Rest in peace to DMX.
Yeah. That shouldn't be funny, but it was. That's a little too soon, but we're gonna rock with it. And then also you can get us on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you follow us on there, rate and review us, leave us 5 stars, leave a comment. If you don't want to leave us 5 stars, like what the hell is the point? And then I think we're everywhere else. Google Play, Stitcher Radio, anywhere you want to find podcasts. Bro.
We on Tamagotchis, you know what I'm saying? You don't feed us.
Yeah.
We die.
Tecmo Bowl, all of it.
But yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Appreciate you coming on, bro. For
thank you.
And
so
hopefully
much.
I didn't talk or bore anybody too much. If you want to hear me ramble more, just follow me on Instagram.
There you go.
That's the plug, bro. But yeah, appreciate you coming on. And again, enjoy your Sunday night. And hopefully you don't have too much Sunday Scaries.
There you go.
Hopefully not. Not in a second when I take my gummies.
You know what I'm saying? Product placement.
Last one.
Here we go. The
You know
video gonna pop off this week. That's what's up.
The fully. All right, appreciate you, Haley.
Love it.
Appreciate you. Thank you for
you guys
coming
are dope.
on.
Have a great night. And thank you for having me. Can't wait.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Yeah. Wait, did we say that we were out? Chit.
Well, we gotta do the rundown, right?
Yeah, usually we say we out and then we do the rundown.
Oh, volume 171, the Bucket Up Podcast, bro. You heard it from our account manager over at Sunday Scaries. DJ, what?
I know. This is funny. We're just going out. This was up. I said we leave all this shit in.
I thought you were holding like you didn't include me. I'm like, I'm getting
No, I'm fucking with it. This is funny.
So shouts to Ty. He's over on that side. And this is I'm fucking
this is 171st Bucket Up Podcast.
Volume 171, the Bucket Up Podcast, you know what I'm saying? DJ Buttersauce, the Kid JB, you know what I'm saying? We out, we in the books, you know what I'm saying? We in the lab, we in the beaker.
The rafters, we everywhere, we in there, and we out.
We out. Chit.